This will be a video chart on ticker symbol GRLT. We're going to take a look at the daily time frame. Before I get started, I'd like to note to please read my disclaimer. Now this chart has been on a tear, as you can see, massive volume, but more impressively, massive price reaction with that volume. It's gone from literally an open of 27 cents to a high today of $3.40. So if that's not impressive, then I don't know what you would find impressive. But I want to get this updated here. Want to get this mapped out because while you might be saying, why would you be doing a chart after such a big day like this? That leads into my first point. Going back into the history of the chart, you can see here already had 3 big green days, and in fact, like I said, it had opened at 27 cents here. So at this point in time, it was already up over 100% in 3 days, but that just happened to be, essentially the beginning of it. So now looking at today's action, it's only been one big green candle. So if history does repeat itself, and we have some nice history right here, this could just be getting started as kind of the next wave, if you will, of price momentum and price action. So that's why I want to get things mapped out here so everybody knows what's going on from the charting angle in terms of supports and resistances. So first level, let's talk about some supports, and then we'll talk about some resistances, as I'm going to have to go to a different time frame for that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. The big and pretty important level, I'm not going to say the must-hold level, but you can see this level here. First, let me get it changed to green to represent support. That comes from this couple previous highs over here at $1.50. You can see on this day it did knock it down, but when the price did get above it and closed above it back on August 2nd, the price has dropped below it intraday, but intraday is the key word there, because since we're looking at the daily chart, we care about where the close was, and every day since it's been above there, it has closed above $1.50. So $1.50 is that pretty important level of support. Another level of support, and this is what I'm going to call more of the ideal level, is going to be right around here, and we'll call this at 240. And the reason for that is I'm kind of just trying to split some differences. You can see there's quite a bit of price history right around this area. I had a high right there at 235, then a high here at 249. So just trying to find a kind of common ground. So I'll call that 240. This is just, and when I say ideal, what I mean by that is ideally you would like to see this line hold. If you were to ask me what would make the chart look the most bullish and strongest, it would be this level. But if the price were to close below there or anything, by no means does that mean the chart's toast or history or anything like that, because you still do have quite a few supports below you. And when I say quite a few, I'm also talking about all of your moving averages. It's always great when the path of least resistance is up and you don't have any moving averages above you, which would be acting as resistance. That is not the case. All the resistances, or excuse me, supports are below you in the form of these moving averages. So that in and of itself is one of those, kind of things that I think quite a few people overlook. But all sorts of support levels down here in the form, like I said, of these moving averages. Now for resistance levels, what we're going to have to do is go to the weekly chart. I understand it's only Wednesday, but for the sake of not having to scrunch up the chart to make it basically impossible to see, I'm just going to the weekly so we can figure out where these next levels of resistance are going to be. Actually, I think I need to go. There we go. So the first level is right here, and it is still technically a level of resistance because intraday the price did break above it but couldn't close above it. But I am going to leave this line a skinny red one because if this current move keeps up, I don't think this level stands a chance at all. But this is just right here at $3. You can see got once there and there, knocked the price down. So $3, and you can see closed right at $2.99. So when I say it closed just below it, I literally mean that. That'll be the first level of resistance. Next one comes right here, and you can see the price history right around that area. That is up there at $3.60. So as you can see, this the chart has all sorts of potential in here, from $3 up to $3.60, 60 cents on a $3 stock. You look at that percentage, that's still nothing to scoff at. After $3.60, you can see there. We'll do this, makes it a little easier. There's a whole bunch of price history right up here around this area, right here, 3 weeks in a row, and that's up there at $4.60. So again, just these resistance levels are really spacing out, lots of upside potential. But when you see 1 week going like this, you kind of see it all kind of makes sense on just the potential and ability that this chart has to move and move quickly. So again, resistance wise, $3, very skinny red line, because I don't foresee that putting up much of a fight. Then you have 360 and then 460 as the next levels of resistance. So all in all, very interesting chart, very explosive chart. So we'll have to see what happens. If there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, once again, this was GRLT. Thanks for listening.